Have you ever met someone and after a few minutes of talking to them, you completely forgot their name? But you clearly remembered what they looked like. You just couldn't recall their name. This is actually a very common experience. So why does this happen? Why do we remember faces but forget names? Well, there are actually several reasons. One reason is that our brains process facial features much earlier than we process names. When we meet someone new, our brains quickly start to process the visual information we are seeing, including the shape of their face, the distance between their eyes, the size of their nose. All of this happens automatically and it happens quickly. However, when we learn someone's name, it takes a little more effort. We have to make an active effort to connect the name with the person, and if we don't do this, we won't remember the name. Another reason is that our brains have a limited amount of space to store memories. So we have to prioritize which memories to store and which ones to forget. And usually the memories that we prioritize are the ones that are most important to us. For example, if we meet someone at a party and we don't know them very well, we might not prioritize storing the memory of their name, but we will prioritize storing the memory of their face because that information is more important to us. If we were to run into that person again, we would want to be able to recognize them, wouldn't we? There is also a third reason. Our brains are wired to remember faces. There are special areas in our brains that are dedicated to processing facial features. These areas are called the fusiform face area and the superior temporal sulcus. These areas are located in the temporal lobe of the brain, and they are responsible for helping us recognize faces. The fusiform face area is activated when we look at faces, but it is not activated when we look at other objects. Similarly, the superior temporal sulcus is activated when we look at faces from different angles, but it is not activated when we look at objects from different angles. These areas of the brain help us to quickly and easily recognize faces, but they don't help us to remember names. So these are some of the reasons why we remember faces but forget names. Have you ever had this experience? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends.